Good morning, you guys, it's Karen, and I'm here to talk about the law of attraction and affirmations and all of that. I've done a few videos on this talking about what I've managed to manifest and how I did it, and there's lots of different fun ways that you can manifest things and use the law of attraction, and I've found what I think is another really good way. For those of you that don't know, I have done videos on the things that I've manifested, but for those of you that don't know, the biggest things I manifested were, first was this house, because Kev and I had sold our individual flats and moved in together. We were in a rented flat and we knew exactly what we wanted in a flat, but it just seemed to be out of our budget. It's almost like we were looking for the impossible. We were constantly told by people, you are never going to find that in this area. You're never going to get parking spaces. You're never going to get a garden. You're never going to get, well, actually the garden wasn't even on the list, but as it turns out, we needed a garden. But, you're never going to get storage because it's not a place where there's a lot of flats with storage. I needed ground floor because of my knees. And I wrote all this down in a letter and just put it away. And when we moved in here, like 2 years after writing that letter, I looked at it and literally every single detail was right, down to the fact that there's restaurants at the bottom of the road. So the house, then there was the engagement to Kev. That's something that I had I'd either put it on a vision board or in a letter, I can't remember. Probably a letter actually, because I wouldn't have done a vision board because Kev would have seen it. Then there was the sofa, not this one, but the one two before this, I think, actually. We really needed to change sofas because of having Watson, my dog. We had fabric sofas and the throws were constantly coming off. It was just a pain. And so that one I did by acting as if. So you basically act as if you have the money. So we went and looked at sofas, and then I got a check through the door that I still to this day don't understand, but it was labelled as a tax rebate, and it was the exact amount of the sofa that we'd found we wanted. A holiday, what else? The engagement, like I said. The holiday came from a vision board, actually. I had put a picture of a little lodge on there and Watson with us. And then there's some other smaller things, like I often manifest parking spaces, and I've done a lot with Watson's health as well. Like when he's had cancer and been going for scans and stuff, obviously I've written down into books that I want him to be healthy. And then there was the one that kind of backfired on us, I suppose you could say, because I wrote a check. You can get a blank check and print it off and write yourself out a check and just pin that on your vision board. And I did that, and I don't know whether I did it for about 20,000, say £20,000, something like that. And I did end up getting £20,000, but it was as redundancy from the NHS. So sometimes you need to be very careful what you wish for. So the most success I've had with manifesting has been not the vision board, I have to say, because there's a skinny me on my vision board and that's never happened. But it's been with writing things down and having them in writing, either in just a book or on a piece of paper or something, but having them, like actually writing out what it is that I'm looking for. And so I came across something on Amazon that I thought, oh, that would be really useful for both brain training and for doing manifestations or affirmations. And it's this. So this is the one I made. This is not the one I found on Amazon, or it was a word search. It was something similar. It wasn't exactly this. So I have made a few things on Amazon that are things that I sell, not very many, but they're things that I want for myself. So for example, I made a notebook, a hardback notebook, and I made a softback notebook that had a zebra on it, and I've made a book about healthy eating years and years ago. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to make a word search. So I have done this affirmations word search, and it says manifest the life you want. So the point of this is, I also thought it would be good for brain training because I don't really do anything. I'm really keen to keep my mind sharp since not working in medical research. I really want to keep my mind sharp, and I've not been doing an awful lot of research for YouTube. So I thought this is something that I probably can do. I don't know whether I could do it with a migraine, we'll see. But writing stuff down it can be a struggle to know what you want to write. And so this is just an easier way of doing it. So there are, let me see, I've said at the front, there's 10 puzzles in each category. And the categories are love, money, health. I've tried to think of the things that are important to most people: family and friends, or relationships with family and friends, and holiday. So for each one, let me see if I can find the one. I did the money one. So I tried this out. This is just my proof book. And so this is the money word search. And as I've said on the initial page, to supercharge this, you could say the words out loud when you're looking for them. So the words on here are achieve, dollars, successful, luxury goods, cash magnet, dream fulfilled, wealth, destiny, stock, and lottery win. And so I did this, and actually I've put up there I won £20. After I did this, the day after I did this little word search, I won £20 on the lottery after filling in lottery win. Some of it you can see how it works, and other things you're like, how did that happen? You know, and I guess it might be coincidence, you don't know. But what I noticed about doing this is it's quite difficult. I've done it so you can reverse the words and they go diagonally as well. Is that I used to do word searches, and I haven't done one for, God, years. But I was a lot slower at this than I expected. I expected to find the words instantly, and I had to actually look at the solutions, because solutions are at the back. I put all the solutions in the back. And I had to look at the solutions to find where one of these words was. I think I found the rest on my own, but I was just like, wow, I used to be able to really easily do these, and I like doing them. So I think this is going to combine a bit of brain training for me, and also it means I'm doing my sort of affirmations while I'm doing it, you know. So I'll do the ones for health. That's the ones I'm going to start on next, the health ones. It says active, health restored, stamina, vitality, easy movement, ideal size, strong, fresh air, nutrition, toned, awesome body, healthy, self-care, you know, all the kind of words that you want to put into your subconscious to help you reach your health goals. So yeah, I thought I'll come and show you this. It is available on Amazon just now, in Amazon USA, all over the world basically, and UK obviously. And I hope that you guys enjoy it. You can let me know if you do buy it and what you think of it. And I might well do another one if I can come up with any more words. It was quite hard to come up with the relevant words for each category, you know. Yeah, so for me, it's just a much easier way of doing it, because you don't have to, especially if you're a beginner, if you haven't done manifestations before, you want to do affirmations, but you don't really know where to start. That's something you can do. You can just pick one in your category, do the word search, you've done a bit of brain training, and then just put it back on the shelf or leave it out until you fancy doing another one. And that's exactly what I did with, like I said, the most successful of my manifestations were I wrote it in a book, and then I just put the book away or on a piece of paper and put the piece of paper away and ignored it. That was it. It's like I've taken it out my brain, I've put it into the universe, and that's it done, you know. So yes, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and that's everything for today. I will speak to you again soon.